I think of myself as a caregiver. I have been taking care of people all my life, children, my mother, and now a village in Tanzania. My name is Kay Osler, and I live in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, 2 months out of the year. The rest of the time I live in Tanzania, East Africa. I am 71 years old, and there's no health care where I live. There's no running water and no stove. I cook here in the morning on a kerosene stove. Some of my neighbors in the U.S. would say, I think you're too old to live like that. I was a camper all my married life, so I kind of like to rough it.
See the buckets on the ground there? I wash clothes in those, wash dishes on the table there, feeding my chickens. If you don't lay eggs today, you'll be our dinner tonight.
After 46 years of marriage, my husband and I separated, and I had to start a new life. At age 65, I joined the Peace Corps and was sent to Tanzania. I saw so many children. They're not street kids, I call them bush kids because I lived in the bush. These children are orphans mainly because of HIV/AIDS. And so my thoughts were to build an orphanage. Corny as it may sound, it was truly a calling. They come here, they get 3 meals a day, a lovely place to stay, and they are thriving, they are learning. We could take in 60 if I had the staff and if I had the money to pay the staff. So I came back to the U.S. in 2008 and fundraised and started making the plans for the building of the orphanage. I joined Christ of the Hills United Methodist Church and found some really interesting people giving me some funds to support a project. I especially like the care packages they send me every month.
Kay is an inspiration to others who think that at a certain time and stage in their life, they can't do it. They're too old to do it. Not Kay Osler.
He was living with his 20-year-old brother, who was always working in the field, so I don't know who fed him.
Today I'm visiting a church in Hot Springs Village. A group of women are making uniforms for the boys and girls in our orphanage.
And I hope that in our little way, we are contributing to her success.
Those are beautiful, gee.
Sometimes I would think, how can I do this? But you know, God gives us so much power when we ask for it. And He gave me the help I needed to get going. We formed an NGO, non-government organization, with the villagers, and they did make 90,000 mud bricks. This building here has a library, an office, a big dining room, a kitchen. A man in California, kind enough to give us solar power, and a lady in Little Rock, a tractor. We have to use a bicycle pump on the tractor because we don't have a generator. We have 100 acres of land given to us by the village. I've had to learn so much about so many things that I didn't know anything about. I've learned so much about the culture in Africa. HIV/AIDS. I have seen a 5-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an 18-year-old pass away from AIDS. And I knew these children, and it was very difficult for me. I've had to learn to have faith, more faith than I've ever had in my life, that God will get me through this. I hear Him over there. I don't hear Him in America. He gives me strength. He gives me everything I need to do the job, except patience. And I do not have patience. People ask me sometimes, do you think you're making a difference, Kay? And I'll say, I'm not sure, but I think I am. I hope I am. I've given 6 years of my life to this village. If I get sick, and I'll have to come home. But for right now, I still have energy, I still have challenges, and I still have lots of work to do.
This video was brought to you by the people of the United Methodist Church through World Service donations.